It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Interesting. I'm number one! Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Those aren't working here. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Oh! They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Oh, easy tech. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Goes for the super art? All right, what's coming up next? Springs forward with the drive rush. This stun might mean the end of this round. Burnout activates. The quarter makes it hard to escape. Goes for the head press. What'll happen with a super art? The super doesn't hit. Player one finishes with the throw. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Grabs him. Taking stock. Devil's reverse. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Gotta be charges forward. Player one is drive rush to keep it going. Player two is dominating this match. Jumps up. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. So, what's next? Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Player one had both players have stopped moving. There may be some technical issues happening. Player two is dominating this match. Doing some quick planning? Player two will look to apply pressure here. Jumps up, a quick breather. The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Just out of range for that throw. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? The neutral game is much harder to control without a full drive gauge, so they'll be looking to fill it back up. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. All right, player two has used up all of their drive gauge. Lots of aggression from both sides. Drive gauge finally recovers. Can't tech the throw? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Limited resources at hand right now. Solid combo. Burnout is triggered. Solid throw tech. Opts for shadow, and that attack ends it. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shadow goes for the head. Back this combo hit. Just goes for it at this range. Now, can they finish the job? What's the next move? Goes air to air and takes their turn. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Barely blocks the jump-in. Player two can't use any drive moves without... burnout activates. Player two, in dire springs forward with the drive rush. Player meets them air to air. Sumo the bulldozer levels up. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Connects with medium kick. Connects with the throw. Drive rush. Throw tech. Player one in with the head press. Crowns him from above. Oh, the throw connects. What the forward rush. Ooh, what a smart throw. Stop it on the toe. Here comes the Papazzo on the toe. That combo finishes it. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Smart play with the throw. Still very early in the round. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. What are these fighters thinking now? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Brings it all together. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Goes for the level one super. Both fighters planning something? Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Almost no drive gauge left. This round looks like it's over. Closing moments of the match. The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Drive rush to keep it going. Neither of them willing to back off. Springs forward with the drive rush. A quick breather. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner. Show up force. Player one experiencing burnout. Crowns him from above. Closes it out. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. We are here in the first round, which Devil's Reverse. Burnout is triggered. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump-in is denied. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. What's their game plan? Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters drive rush to keep it going. Goes for the level one super. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Going on the offensive? Jumps and hits him with a stop and block. Here comes the corner pressure. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Okay, here we pump nothing but air. Player one has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Flatline zone. Player one. Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Throws him down. Puts one in the pocket. There's a corner switch. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. What's the play here? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. Did the super art connect? All right, what's coming up next? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Get some. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Solid combo. Just out of range for that throw. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather, goes for the head catch. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Burnout activates. Doesn't let up and gets the stun. This round may be as good as over. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Jumps up. Snacks him with the back fist. Looking for more damage now. Both fighters are standing, taps the dome. Ooh, what a smart throw. A quick breather. Stomping on the stomp. Player 1 pops nothing but air. Breaks it. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. All the throw connects. Oh, here we go. Devil's reverse. Throws him. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Both fighters' drive gauges might be for throw is denied. What a read. In with the head pressure. More fuel for the fire. Hook them up. Wants to close it out in style, but is it enough? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead. What a way to close it out. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. Knocked them out of the air. Medium kick hits. Neither of them willing to back off. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 2 has the life lead. Trips them up. Opts for the throw. Decides to buff up while they can. Grabs them. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Experiencing burnout. They return to center stage. The throw misses. Throws them to negate the block. Devil's reverse. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Grabs them. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Both of them were ready for a throw. Going in. Checks with a medium kick. Goes for the jump in. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player experiencing burnout. Barely blocks the jump in. KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Gets right in there. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Lots of aggression from both sides. Coming through. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Jump, gets the jump in. Experiencing burnout. Oito throw, no escaping that. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shadow round inbound. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Oh, got too eager. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Jump. Oh, burnout triggered. Super Art on experiencing burnout. Looking for a chance. Knocked them out of the air. Are we gonna see a comeback here? They're recovered. They were not cleared for takeoff. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
DJ.
Another fight is coming your way.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 1 with the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Medium kick hits. Throws them. What's next? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Can't tech the throw? Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it in there? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jackknife maximum cuts clean through him. Jumps up. Okay, they trade hits. Shows a medium kick. Blocks it. Smart play with the throw. Takeout. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Drive gauge gap here. Challenge from above. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2, they get the stun. This is a huge opportunity to end the round quickly. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Blocks the low heavy, and both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. This is gonna hurt. The drive impact doesn't work. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Brings down the waning rune on us. Oh, here we go. Oh, yo, Rock, over here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the weekend. Time to punch out. Looking, betting it all on the drive run. Throws them. Noticeable life lead, chisels them down. Player 2, straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. Here adds a bit of OD spice there. They exchange blows. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 2 blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. Gets a chance with that jump in. They block the overhead, and this is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? A little too greedy there. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The Gladius Jackknife Maximum cuts clean through him. Still slugging it out at this range. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Rolling Sova. Jumps up. Going in. Oh, the throw connects. Look, springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, great up the art now. What a finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 1 slashes him with a jackknife. Taking chunks out of each other. Crowns him from above. Gotta do better than that. Escapes the corner. Perfection. There's a burnout. Both sides getting ready. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? This can lead to some big damage. That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The super armor does its job. All right. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Not that slight doubt is all it took. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Hold up, it broke through the super armor. Must have seen it coming. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Boots him. Jumps. Jumps up. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 has the chance to what a finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Goes for the low kick. Ooh, will they hit, lift, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 doesn't have they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Boots them! They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. The fighters return to the middle of... Oh, burnout triggered! Doesn't miss a beat. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Going in, player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. They're backed up into the corner. The kick hits. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Rolling Soba. Final. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Pushing through with the Gladius. Jump. Ooh, you never know what can happen. This can lead to some big damage. Player 1, overdrive jackknife, send them down the quick way. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Throws them. Both sides getting ready. Sets up with the jump in. Jump tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Medium kick. Will they gamble something here? Drops them hard. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player 1.
Another fight is coming your way.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in. Throw heavy. Goes for the throw. Trips him up. The super armor does its job. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Box him with a target card. Takes a big damage KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. And fold for the throw! That's what they came for. Quick breather. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown and player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Very. What'll happen here? Showing some real tenacity. Burnout activates. Reads the jump in perfectly. Good job escaping that leg sit. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Boots him. Keeps him out. The throw is denied. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. The first round begins. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super arm. Lots of aggression from both sides. Parries the attack and neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Brushes off the impact. Holds out with the block. Gets the jump in. Are we gonna see a comeback? They saw a path and they took it. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Rolling Soba. Whiffs the throw. Nails the anti-air. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Uses the target combo as a filler. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Medium kick hits. Connects with medium kick. Shows a medium kick. This can lead to some big damage. Burnout activates. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Now you know him.
Player one hit overdrive jackknife, sends him down the quick way. Oh, both raw super hard incoming. Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? Big time whip. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Overcome! This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Both fighters are raring to go. Crowns them from above. Player one can't use drive anymore. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Player two reads the jump in perfectly. Excellent block. Escape drives is just what they were after. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Medium kick hit. Rolling Soba. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Decides to go in with the target combo. Knockdown. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent gets. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Decides to meet them in the air. Medium kick. Checks with a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown and... Oh, got too eager. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Brushes that off and keeps going. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Oh, could be the start of something. Sets up with the jump in. Both fighters planning something? Links it. Are we gonna see a comeback here?
So close.
Doesn't set the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Jumps up. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocks it. Pushing through with the Gladius. They're going for the super art? The goddess of the hunt has arrived. Saying goodbye to that life gauge. Lands the super. Time for dessert. Back to finds the target. Oh, stun. Bad news is on the way. Player one with the rhythm folded up like a cheap suit. Flatline zone. Woo! I dare you to find me.
Welcome.
Another fight is coming your way.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Throws aren't working here. They don't score the punish counter, but still get a nice hit in. The combo's there. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? All right, what's coming up next? Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player two in trouble. Shout of Earth, cranking it up. Bops him with a target shot. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Big counter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Enfold for the throw! That's what they came for! Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Jumps up, side switches, brushes that off and keeps going. A quick breather and fold! Nasty, no escaping that! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Will that drive impact get punished? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Well-timed corner switch. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. From up above, neither of them willing to back off here. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to... Well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision-making. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Jumps, picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Smart play with the throw. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Drive gauge gap here. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Finishes with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Barely blocks the jump in. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Solid anti-air. Going in? Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. What now? A jump? Back into the corner, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. They are not getting close to each other. A jump knocks them out of the air. Turning it right up with a super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They gotta go. Can they use their resources wisely to no hesitation or regret? Hit them with that ASFW. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. It is over. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. They hit each other. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Neither of them willing to back off here. Taking stock. Not shy with the grab. Gets them. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Holds out with the block. Jumps up, sees him coming, and shrugs it off with a super arm. Player and fold. Nasty blow to the back of the head. Going in. Clean parry. Pushing through with the Gladius. Both fighters plan and fold for the throw. No escaping that. That was a clinic.
Honda. Begin. Honda.
Another fight is coming your way.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player one with the life lead. Well-timed command throw there. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Did well to get the buff in there. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Sticks the jump in. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Taking stock. Nails the anti-air. The quarter makes it pop. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juice in there. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. The Gladius blows them away. Uses the target combo as a filler. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is a turning point. Raw critical. What's gonna happen? Burns all three for the final bout. I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? They've gotta go. Closes it out. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. Player two has the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Knockdown. Player two can't let their drive gauge in. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Taking stock. That's how you do it. When you've got that super art gauge, you've just gotta use it. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Quick breather. KO! Player two hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Still puts the super armor to good use. Both fighters planning something? Risky up-close scraps still going. Rodrigo! Player one will look to apply, sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Going in. And fold! Nasty blow to the back of the head. Both sides getting ready. Are we gonna see a comeback in there? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last one, and fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Anti-air in the clutch. Reads the throw and escapes. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Oh, rails them with the Gladius. Wrecks them. What now? Oh, they changed sides. This could lead to some big damage. Noticeable. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Sits them down with a super. Now that's how you take a round.
Now you know history.
Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. All right. Well-timed command throw there. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Was looking for that jump attack. Goes for the super art? All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1 chases them down. Closing moment. It's a good spot to use the super. Spends 2 for the meteorite and absolutely finishes it with the anti-air. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Gets the jump in. Who's going to start things off? Player 2 has the charges forward. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. And folds. Nasty blow to the back of the head. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Going in? Are we going to see a comeback here? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. So little life left. KO! Who could have guessed how that match would have turned out? Not me. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a trip. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Will this super art connect? Taking stock. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach? Were they baiting them into that? 100-hand slap! What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Solid throw tag. The jump in is denied. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Goes for the level 1 super. Player 2 can build off this lead. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Genius read. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout throw and fold. Nasty blow to the back of the head. What'll happen here? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Stuck in the corner. Oicho! Both fighters planning something? Ooh, what a smart throw! Ooh, there's... burnout activates! Oh, burnout triggered! You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins. How did they read that throw? This is gonna hurt! Oh, boy! Both running empty on drive! Punish, counter, finish! Player 2 faced a giant and walks away unscathed! What a win! Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. Just out of range for that throw. Slips the grab. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both players with no drive in the tank. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. The Gladius blows them away. Holds out with the block. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with an in there. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Going in, well-timed corner switch. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Okay, creating some space here. So, what's next? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. Player 1 has the dex. That back row was huge. Hold your breath. Going in. Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Dangerous situation here with both able to use drive. A jump in? Their throw is denied. What a read! Super armor! Hold and calculated! Great job, turns out! Getting up close and personal. Football's over, levels up! What's next? Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. The jump in throws them. They were waiting for it. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash?
Get a load of this!
Wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 delivers the upset.